This is Q Racing News, brought to you by the Bank of America Racing Challenge.
The RCI, Association of Racing Commissioners International, will soon make major revisions to its model medication rules. The board this week gave preliminary approval to testing thresholds for 17 controlled therapeutic medications. All of them have the potential to affect performance, but Duncan Patterson, chairman of the Drug Testing Standards and Practices Committee, notes that they are also appropriately used in routine equine care. Any substance not on this list would be considered prohibited. RCI Chairman John Sabini calls the move an important reform that horsemen and fans have been crying out for. The new model rules will not be formally adopted until the RCI irons out a few more details. A horse racing legislation bill passed in the Michigan State Senate this week and is now awaiting the governor's signature. The bill updates a number of racing regulations in an effort to put the industry in a more favorable economic position for growth and success. The legislation defines pari-mutuel wagers to allow for things such as instant racing and also clarifies constitutional issues surrounding casino gaming. It also levies a 15% tax on pari-mutuel wagers and defines how that money is distributed. The bill eliminates restrictions that separate tracks near Detroit from the rest of the state. It allows up to 5 tracks statewide to anticipate the possible reopening of Pinnacle Raceway. And finally, standardbred and thoroughbred tracks would have to apply for a minimum of 50 and 75 racing days respectively. 2 huge races at Los Alamitos over the weekend, and we'll start with Saturday's Grade 1 Champion of Champions. The list of entries was impressive, but it would be a 10-to-1 long shot breaking the tape as Lorena Velasquez Rodriguez's Riley's Boy ran the 440 yards in 21.382 seconds for the win. Ramon Sanchez rode for trainer Paul Jones. The 7-year-old gelded son of He's a Motor Scooter is now the oldest horse to have won the sport's most prestigious race for 3 and ups. This was his 4th win of the year, a list that also includes the Bank of America Challenge Championship at Prairie Meadows in October. Robert H. Williams' Flamin' Flash placed, while Brad Lohr and Daniel Reynoso's Senior Toby showed. The next night, an intriguing field for the Los Alamitos $2 million Futurity. Of the 10 horses entered, none had ever won a stakes race. Keep your eye on Gate 8, Balgo Racing Team, and Marilyn Gonzalez's Matabari went off at 8-to-1 and would edge out Bobby Cox's The August Heat by a nose for the win. Trained by Jose Flores and ridden by Meet's leading jockey, Cruz Mendez, the Mr. Just Perry filly covered the 400 yards in 19.680 seconds. She earns $850,000 for her efforts, and that's not a bad payday for your first stakes win. Jose and Gustavo de la Torre's Freedom Choice would finish 3rd. The 2013 Heritage Place Winter Mix Cell catalog is now available online. 1,177 horses are scheduled to go through the cell, which takes place over 3 days, January 17th, 18th, and 19th. On the day prior to that, Wednesday the 16th, AQHA hosts the 2012 Racing Champions Awards live at Heritage Place. The public is invited to attend, but if you can't make it to the show, you can watch live at Q Racing Video or at AQHARacing.com. The presentation starts at 6 p.m. Central. And don't forget to enroll your young ones in the Bank of America Racing Challenge program before the end of the year. It's just $300 for a weanling, $600 for a yearling, and the older the horse, the more it costs. One lifetime enrollment makes the horse eligible to run in all Racing Challenge, Bonus Challenge, and Maiden Challenge races. Get more info at our website. That's it for this week's Q Racing News. I'm Billy Lofton, and I'll see you next time.
This is Q Racing News, brought to you by the Bank of America Racing Challenge.